This is London's Camden Town. Charles Dickens made it the home of the fictional Bob Cratchit family in his beloved classic, A Christmas Carol. Tiny Tim might have a little difficulty recognizing his old patch, but many of the landmarks he would have known are still around today. The Regent's Canal and the Camden Locks, the old warehouses, stables, and the markets are all still here, but now they have a whole new vibe. Camden Market, actually there are 6 markets, and the High Street are among London's most visited places, especially on weekends. Hundreds of vendors set up stalls, joining the fixed stores selling antiques, vintage and modern clothing, jewelry, and curios. If you like street food, live music, and people watching, this is where you need to be. The old stables and horse hospital used for the horses that once pulled the barges are now shops. Singer-songwriter Amy Winehouse lived in Camden Town until her death in 2011. She is remembered with a statue in the center of the market. The street scene, the colors, the aromas, the people, the shops make this one of the most unique places in London. If you're looking for a little peace and quiet, you don't have to go far. Regents Park is less than a half a mile away. It's one of the city's royal parks. Once it was the exclusive hunting preserve of King Henry VIII. In 1811, Prince George, who was appointed as regent to his father, King George III, due to his father's mental illness, decided he wanted to build a palace here and homes for the nobility. That never happened, but the park did. It opened to the public in 1835. Today, it covers 410 acres and is a popular place for the public to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. In 1828, it became the home of the London Zoo. The zoo almost closed in the 1980s. Public attitudes about confining wild animals had changed, and the old zoo was in need of a major makeover to make it more humane. The elephants and the rhinos were actually moved to another zoo where they could have more room. The zoo's reptile house played a part in the first Harry Potter film. It's where Harry realizes that he has magical powers and can talk to snakes. Another fictional character lived just outside the park. Consulting detective Sherlock Holmes lived at 221B Baker Street. Regents Park is also the home of the private Regents University. Students come from 130 countries. Only 15% come from Great Britain. The park is a popular amateur sporting venue. There's also an area where city dwellers can get an allotment of land to plant a garden. You can also admire the beautifully landscaped Queen Mary's Garden inside the ring road. The park also has a lake where you can rent boats. This was the site of 2 major tragedies. In 1867, 40 people died when the ice on the frozen lake gave way. In 1982, 7 military bandsmen were killed when the Irish Republican Army detonated a bomb. Regents Park and Camden Town are great examples of the vitality and diversity of London, and prove once again that travel is one of the few things we can buy that will make us richer.